I am back with what's inside the latest Game Informer. The last one was number 9, the 9th one in this series of videos that I've done, but I think I said 8 instead of 9, so I messed up on that. This is number 10. So, here I am again. I'm Auckland. If you enjoy my content, please hit the subscribe button, like button also, share with your friends if you don't mind. Also, please comment, ask me a question, or comment in general. I'll do my best to answer them. Also, if you don't mind, hit the notification bell down below, and you will be notified when I go live or upload another video. This is Game Informer issue 323. And it is the cover for Outriders, a 3-player action RPG from People Can Fly. If you're Superman, you can do that. Okay, moving on. That wasn't funny, I know. I feel ashamed of myself. Okay, here we go. Showing off some advertisements of games like Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Pokemon Sword and Shield Expansion Pass. This is a picture from right there. Picture from Outriders. This is the index right here. And of course, we're advertising E3 2020, which is not happening this year. I really hate that so much. Some of the index, some of the games in the index was Axiom Verge 2, Chrono Trigger, Division 2, Warlords of New York, Doom Eternal, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Journey to the Savage Planet, Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, I believe that was an expansion for it, Lego Builder's Journey, MLB The Show 20, Outriders, Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, Pokemon Sword and Shield Expansion Pass, Predator Hunting Grounds, Superman 64, speaking about Superman, and that's a horrible game is what I heard, and West of the Dead, and there's some more, I just didn't name them all. Alright, I believe that's a picture from Fortnite, maybe? I think it is Fortnite, yep. And of course you got Cloud from Final Fantasy VII Remake down there. And now this section of the magazine is for the fan arts, the top 5 fan arts. The top one looks like a mushroom from Super Mario Brothers. The second one, I'm not sure what the second one is. The third one is from, looks like Fallout 76. The artwork looks awesome. That's incredible. Very, very cool. And there's a picture of Why Not of the upcoming Xbox Series X. I am very excited about it. I do want to get it, and I also want to get the PlayStation 5 whenever we get to see what the console looks like. The next big sport being advertised, whatever that's going to be, most likely is something to do with video games. Makes sense for it to be in this magazine. Oh, if you haven't eaten yet, sorry, here is some Tyson advertisements. Tyson's pretty good now, especially the Tyson chicken nuggets and chicken tenders, and I'm talking about food. Oh no. The reinvention of Mother, it's that series of games. I think there's 3 of them. A lot of people are craving the 3rd game, and it hasn't come over here yet. This section of the magazine is the good, the bad, and the ugly. Good, is which is good news. The bad, of course, is bad news, and ugly is, of course, ugly news about video games, movies, and all that. It looks like ugly is talking about the Xbox Series X. Fans were given a mistaken sneak peek at the back of the upcoming Xbox Series X console at trade show CES when chip maker AMD used a fake mock-up taken from a website during this presentation. For what it's worth, the fictionist Series X showed the same ports as the Xbox One X. Nevertheless, at the time of this writing, Microsoft has not made any official announcements about the Series X ports. So that's the ugly part of it. And the bad looks something about Cyberpunk 2077 has been pushed to September. Yeah, that's old news. It's always sunny in the games industry. Yep. Or It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which is a TV show. And I have a feeling that's where they stole that from. As a matter of fact, I think I mentioned that in my last video. And I mentioned it again. Why not? Might as well. Levels played as a child. It's like child characters in video games. It's Nathan Drake from Uncharted 3. Don't recognize some of the other ones. Lara's first adventure in Shadow of the Tomb Raider. That was a good Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It was a good Tomb Raider game. Really enjoyed it. Electrifying. Moving on. This is electrifying stories from online worlds. Okay. So this is a section of games that can be played online. Minecraft, Fortnite, Fallout 76, World of Warcraft, games like that. Okay, moving on. Hot on the horizon, the best gear from CES 2020. I think that's the PC device that is having trouble with Nintendo. I think they are the ones that's suing Nintendo, or it might be another company, I can't remember. So, that's a big mess right there. Really big mess. And this right here is advertising some stuff that you can buy. Pinball machines. Looks like a TV. Some action figures and some Spider-Man, and it's like Kingdom Hearts, Doom Eternal, and also Cyberpunk. Cool stuff. Moving on. Talked about the DualShock 4 back button attachment. Never got my hands on it. Some people actually do like that. Blazing a new trail. This is Outriders section of the magazine. The game will be released for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and PC this holiday. Everything I've ever loved is gone. Well, that's not good. How's next gen coming along? That's a good question. Very good question. Moving on. Let's see what's There's tons of pictures of this game. Looks like it may be heavily online playing, possibly. Next game is, I believe, is Doom Eternal. Yep, I believe it is. Which has already been released on PS4 and Xbox One and probably PC, but we're waiting for the Switch version. It's probably also been released on Stadia as well, which was released on March 20th of 2020. The Switch version is supposed to be coming later. Some more pictures. Final Fantasy VII Remake for the PS4, which was released April 10th. I'll eventually get the full game of that. And it's not even the full game of Final Fantasy VII. So whenever we get part 2 and part 3 and so forth, ain't no telling how long it's going to take to get those games. An expanding world for Pokemon Sword and Shield expansion pass. I am very, very excited about that. And the expansion pass begins next month of June, and I cannot wait. Very, very excited about it. Can't wait. Division 2 Warlords of New York. And I believe, let's see, the first part of the expansion pass before I get to the next game, which is supposed to be released at the end of June, the Isle of Armor, and fall is the Crown Tundra. Now getting back to the Division 2 Warlords of New York, platforms PS4, Xbox One, Stadia, and PC for March 3rd. So that's already been released. MLB The Show 20 for PS4, March 17th. Already been released, of course. Yep. And Predator Grounds Hunting Ground was released on April 24th for PS4. Let's see. Next is West of Dead for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Set to release this year. I don't know if it's been released yet or not, but probably not. Round Guard for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Set to be released spring of this year. So it may be already out. Big possibility it may not be, but it probably is. So, Tainted Grail for PC, set for 2020. Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous for PC, set for 2021. Of course, you got an advertisement for Fairy Tail for PS4 and Switch on the side. Pre-order at GameStop. And I really, really hope and pray that GameStop will reopen after this coronavirus mess has lifted up at least a little bit. I really hope GameStop can reopen and make a comeback some kind of way. I hope it can. Liberated for Switch and PC sometime this year, 2020. I don't know how to say this game, but it's for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Looks like it might be fun. Set for 2020, sometime this year. Another game I can't pronounce for PS4, Xbox One, and PC for 2020. And then Axiom Verge 2, which is for Switch, fall of this year. I definitely want to get the first Axiom Verge game for Switch, and I think it's supposed to be very, very Castlevania-like or Metroid-like, meaning it's a side-scroller. So I'm looking forward to playing that eventually. Now this part of the magazine is the part where they rank the games. Journey to the Savage Planet got an 8 for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot got an 8 for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Picture down there below. I do want to get that game. It looks awesome. Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind is that expansion. Got 6.5 for PS4 and Xbox One. It didn't do too well on that. When it comes to Game Informer, it didn't. Kentucky Route Zero got an 8.5 for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. To the Moon got an 8.25 for Switch. Looks like an interesting game. I don't know. Could be. Next is Saga, I guess. Scarlet Grace Ambitions for PS4, Switch, PC, iOS, which was, yeah, I'm not sure what kind of game that is. Right there. And then, of course, Lego Builder's Journey got a 7.5. Right there. And I believe we're getting very close to the end of the magazine now. Here's some advertisements for some games at the bottom. Overpass for PS4, Xbox One, Switch. That hasn't been released yet. I don't think it has. Saints Row 4 Re-Elected for Switch. And some other games. Chrono Trigger. Never got to play that game, but I know it has a huge fan base. People love Chrono Trigger. I know it got released on Super Nintendo. I think, I'm not sure about anything else, but I know it got released on Super Nintendo. Maybe original PlayStation. I'm not positive on that. Maybe. And that's the end of the magazine. Alright. Thank you so much. Alright. Bye.